If you're looking for a qualified, professional, and easily accessible company to help you find your dream home, look no further. Tega Properties is here to make your real estate dreams come true. Today on My.NA Property, we talk real estate as per usual, and we also bring you your favorite segment, brick and mortar. My name is Aina Raiza.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Kickstarting our news today, the Namibian Competition Commission has said it will monitor developments in the property valuation industry for possible anti-competitive practices which may thereafter come under competition law scrutiny. The watchdog issued a statement saying it received complaints that the four commercial banks' actions create barriers to entry for external valuers who are not part of these banks' property valuers panels. In our next story, I am excited to tell you about the upcoming construction of Simon's new flagship retail store in Windhoek. Once built, it will be situated next to the Grove Mall of Namibia in Kleine-Koppem. The new Simon Hilltop Estate branch is set to be open towards the end of 2024 and promises to showcase an array of existing products displayed over a generous 3,000 square meter retail area. There will be ample customer parking and easy vehicular access to basement parking garage will also be guaranteed. Namibia Construction applauded Simon for entrusting the tender to another proudly Namibian company with an equally rich long trading history. This year, Simon celebrates its 75th anniversary, tracing its roots back to 1948 when it started as a humble automotive battery retailer. Let's have a look.
Globally, there is a time of uncertainty. We are living in an era of raising interest rates. There's general economic pressure. I think if we don't say that, we are mistaken. And then post-COVID and the Ukrainian-Russia war still in progress, all doesn't create a feeling of equality. However, in this time, Samot still continues to reinvest into the local economy, and Samot shows its commitment to Namibia as a whole, even during these adverse and uncertain times. Why do we do it? Our vision statement in Samot says to be the market leader through quality, service and solutions. And I'm pretty much sure that this branch, which will be here in 1.5 years' time, will be our flagship store, and with this location will bear testimony to that market leadership through quality, service and solutions. That's something which we have stood proud of for 75 years. The Samot Namibia is celebrating 75 years of anniversary or existence, so my colleagues and I wear our 75th anniversary shirt very proudly. And then, as I said, Samot is a wholly Namibian company. We will also have a very strong green sport display in these facilities. Green Sport is also our own house brand. It's our brand. It's one of the strongest Namibian owned brands, which is a truly Namibian. So together with being locally owned, I think we stand here very, very proud to officiate and hand over this site to Namibia Construction as main contractor for this site. A very small professional team, and what we have achieved since we sat together in September last year to where we are now is remarkable. So unfortunately there's nobody from the city of Windhoek, but I think we should say thank you to the city as well for playing along with us and not being stroppy with the issuing of the building permit. So without further ado, and the project and numbers, I think the media will appreciate that most probably. It's got a building period of about 16 months. So we're looking at the opening in spring, Christmas 2024, next year spring. The total investment which the Samot Group will put into this project is about 115 million. We will have about 160 parking bays on these premises. There will be on that side where this fence stops, there will be a pedestrian link to the Grove Mall, which is very, very important for us in terms of giving the customer the shopping experience. And then we will, apart from the current range of products which Samot does do now, we will also be adding new product lines, so watch this space. And then last but not least, but equally important, is that this building will have an economically friendly footprint. So we will have solar on the roof right from the word go, and we look at how we can reduce the carbon impact which we do as a result of this project.
Namibians are still safe.
Everywhere else, the Supreme Court said we are not going to rely on foreign judgments.
By all means, we try to not make journalists public figures, but at the end of the day, they are.
Very good evening. My name is Tega, your host.
With their Protestant offsprings.
But the implementation, like she's saying, is another thing.
If you want to be a millionaire or create generational wealth, you have to invest in real estate. Now today on My.NA Property, I am joined by an upcoming real estate agent. Her name is Helena. How are you?
I'm good, Aina. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Let's get into real estate, right? Okay. What sparked your interest? Why do you want to now become a real estate agent?
So this is something I have been putting off for years.
Yeah.
I think when I was still studying for my first degree, it's just something that it just seemed glamorous. I don't know, you know, women, we like things.
Yeah.
It seemed glamorous, it seemed fun, it seemed exciting. And obviously with these new platforms showcasing different agents doing their thing, it just sparked my interest more. However, I really just decided this year to put my foot down and say, you know what, Helena, stop putting it off.
Yeah.
Get into your books, get your real estate license, and as of May, I am now a fully licensed real estate agent in Namibia.
That's fantastic. Where do you get your license from? Because I know that there are a lot of people who might want to also be real estate agents, but they don't know how to go about it. Did you go to a particular school that then gave you a real estate license, or what happens?
Okay, so the process is that you do need to register with what we call NYAB, that's the Namibian Estate Agent Board. They have certain exams scheduled throughout the year, and I took mine in April. You get a certain book, a guidance study type of book, and you study from it. However, I took the initiative of getting trained by a practitioner or an agent.
Yeah.
She does trainings when the exams are about to take place. So we did a few exercises. She gave us guidance on how to prepare for the exams, and obviously a mock exam. And then we went and we wrote our exam at UNAM. So it used to be online. I think this was due to COVID. However, they've now proceeded to getting it done at a physical establishment where all the people who've registered to take the exam, they go there and we all sit and we took our exams, and you get your results immediately. So you know then and there before.
You know, you're not gonna be anxious.
No.
Like after 2 weeks, oh my gosh, did I pass? Did I fail?
You know then and there if you are successful or not. So you do need like a 50% pass rate, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna tell you how much I got.
Okay, that's still fine. Now that you've gone through this whole process, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of becoming like a part-time real estate agent, or are you into full-time vibes?
Currently, I am full-time.
Okay.
I'm working with an agency called Tega Properties. We are dealing with properties mainly in Swakopmund, or Erongo region rather, Khomas region, as well as the regions up north, Oshana, Ohangwena and so forth. So I'm one of their agents in Windhoek. We are a very, very small boutique agency, which I kind of love because you tend to bounce ideas off each other. We all learn from each other. It's not like you're coming in and you're finding highly seasoned agents that just don't have time to guide you or, you know, help you through the process and navigating through your sales or rentals or just dealing with clients.
I love that you have a community to support you, you know, through this new great adventure. What are some of the challenges that you are facing as an upcoming real estate agent?
My goodness, I would say it's a new industry. I've been in corporate for quite a few years, about plus minus 7 years, as a HR generalist. So coming into a space where my personality is somewhat of an introverted personality, it's a bit hard trying to navigate through being able to network yourself, you know, putting yourself out there. That's my
random people
every
day.
That's my personal struggle. That's a very personal struggle. And then I think secondly is marketing. So you're not just marketing the agency, you're also marketing yourself as a brand because you need to get people to trust you.
Yes.
So that's a major challenge for me, I think, just because of my personality. And then I think in terms of because we're also a fairly new agency, we were established earlier this year. I believe that the trust element of getting clients, it's not really there with us because we are getting listings. Hip hip hooray. We are getting listings, but I'm now really putting my effort into trying to market the company. That's I feel the skill that I'm going to bring in as an agent, where I lack in maybe having a certain clientele as it's growing. I'm definitely putting a lot of effort into the marketing and just putting our brand out there. Yes, so you will see a bit more listings from our end, from my end and the agency's end. Every day I'm getting calls, so I'm excited about the growth. It's challenging, but I'm open to, you know, the new obstacles that I have to face within this industry.
All right, now that you spoke about obstacles, I'm curious to ask you, as a brand, in your individual capacity, what are some of the things that you've figured are lacking in the real estate industry that you are going to bring? I know that you touch a little bit on marketing, but what other aspects do you think are missing that you could maybe fill that gap in?
And at the risk of being ridiculed by my counterparts or my colleagues within the industry, I think the biggest gap that I've identified, not just as an agent, but being on the other end as a client, we are really lacking in our client service aspect. I've tried to work with a few agents, and maybe in my personal capacity, but also, you know, as when I was working in corporate, I've been an executive assistant at some point, trying to get spaces or help my boss buy a house. I think we are very bad at our communication and we're very bad at our client service. And we don't always need to have the answers. I think don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we always need to have the right answers. We need to have the right listing that suit the needs of the client. But just the communication. Imagine targeting one agent and you know they probably have a specific listing that you're interested in. They're not getting back to you through their platforms. They're not returning your calls. You're sending a message. They just couldn't be bothered. Exactly. So I think that's the gap that I'm trying to sort of close with our agency. No, I might not have the right answers, but I will definitely try to get or rather communicate what is needed.
Render more effective communication.
Exactly. So if you don't have it, you simply tell the client, unfortunately, I do not have this, sort of listing as per your needs. However, I will actively have a look around for you, or I can refer you to somebody else. And that's about it. Don't leave a client hanging. And I think with that, I'm able to build certain relations. People will always remember who treated them fair and just and kind, instead of the person who, for lack of better word, blew them off.
That's how you actually really foster good relationships.
Exactly.
Finally, Helena, tell us what your plans are for the next 5 years in real estate? Do you want to sell a house to Beyonce and Jay-Z? What's the plan?
I would like to be, hopefully, if my plans go well, and as a personal brand, like you said, I would like to be a familiar face within the industry. That's my first and foremost, the go-to person. And again, not always have the right answers, but they know that we can call Helena and she'll probably sort us out through herself or through another agent. And then secondly, I would really like to get into relationships with developers. Okay. Yes, great. And try and target or appeal to somewhat my younger age group. Maybe we have a better understanding of our needs, and I mean, who doesn't want a new home?
Who doesn't? Question. All right, thank you very much, Helena, for coming to My.NA Property. We appreciate your efforts and we wish you well in your career.
Thank you for having me.
We will be right back shortly with more on My.NA Property. Stay with us.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo. Jullie is weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis julle moontlik kan byt.
Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? It's me, Aina Koyo. Yep, you guessed it right. I'm kidding. It's CLW. Today on My.NA Property, we are talking all things bedroom furniture with the General Manager of Complete Lifestyle Warehouse, Maria Nerumbo. Today we are at the Complete Lifestyle Warehouse, popularly known as CLW, and we are chatting all things bedroom and how to make your bedroom feel homey and everything that it needs to feel so it can bring you peace and comfort. Now sitting here with me is Maria Nerumbo from CLW. She is the General Manager. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Yes.
Let's talk about, CLW, and when it comes to beautifying one's bedroom, you have everything on offer, from, baby beds and adult beds. Why is quality furniture so important?
Well, quality furniture is very important because, after such a long day, you come back home, you want to relax, and you just want to rejuvenate yourself and get, to build on your energy for the next day. So you just want to relax in a beautiful, comfortable bed, for example.
You just want to come home and throw yourself
on the bed. Yes, yes.
That is my favorite part of coming home every day to my bed.
Yeah.
All right, talk to us about everything else that you have on offer for the bedroom.
Okay. Well, we have quite a big range of furniture when it comes to the bedroom. We have wardrobes, chest of drawers, baby cots, bed frames, mattresses. So you can really say we have it all. Yes.
And all of the things that you have on offer vary in prices according to
sizes.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, the bed frames, the prices will be according to sizes. We have single beds, we have bunker beds, we have double and queen and king size. If you have a big space, you can go for a king size bed.
All right.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things? You've mentioned drawers. I'm curious to find out from you. Do you think people are moving away from, you know, these built-in cupboards in bedrooms? Do you think that people prefer rather, you know, drawers that can be moved around?
Yeah, I mean, people nowadays really are into styling their spaces differently when they feel like moving the chest of drawer from one end to the next end, or putting a big mirror on it, or putting a big painting on it. So really, I won't really say people are moving away from build-ins, but people just want to have smaller pieces that they can be moving around to just make the space feel differently.
It's a thing of preference.
Yes.
Well, if you are looking for a particular style to beautify your bedroom, you know where to get every piece that can make that dream come true for you. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Good evening and welcome to the My.NA Property Studio, and a warm welcome to you, Risa.
Thank you. I'm back.
Yeah, Risa is back. Risa Dreyer, she is from the firm Vede Kauta and Uveka, and they are also the proud sponsor of our Money, Mortar and Bricks segment.
Yes.
Yes, welcome.
We are glad to be part
Risa.
of it. Thank you.
Risa, now the first question that I want to ask today, and I also want to know that answer. Who can own property in Namibia? Foreigners, etc.
That's a very interesting question, because it differs greatly from agricultural land to your normal residential and business-owned properties. So as far as your normal properties goes, anybody can own property in Namibia. We've got no restrictions as to who can own, for example, a house here or a flat or even a business-owned property. But as soon as it comes to agricultural land, we've got this major restrictions on that, and that no foreigner may own even the majority shareholding or the majority members' interest in the CC in Namibia. So it must be proudly Namibian owned, it must be a Namibian citizen, and you also, once you transfer property for agricultural land, they need to sign an affidavit confirming that I am a Namibian citizen, I will be owning the land, not, you know, as masking it for a foreigner or something. So we've got quite a number of challenges in the agricultural sector with regards to that, because there's obviously a lot of companies and CCs that is incorporated or structured so that you cannot, you know, you cannot at first see that it's actually foreign owned. So we're trying to minimize that and to keep our, you know, agricultural land owned by Namibians, but the rest of the country, you can own any property. Foreigners can invest, they can buy a property here and keep on living abroad or whatever they feel suited with. So yes.
We actually need investors.
Yes, we do, especially in, you know, the business sectors or with developments or something. We don't have the capital to invest and develop, so it's great to have overseas investors in our normal day-to-day property developments, and the bigger properties like embassies, and so they own like the more expensive properties here.
Yeah, especially the American embassy now.
Yeah, wow, it's amazing.
What a huge building.
Yes, and I don't know who's doing the transfer there. Yes, hopefully it's us.
I hope so. Okay, Risa, so that's it for today. Thank you very much.
I'll see you next week.
Definitely see you next week.
What a fantastic edition of My.NA Property. We will be back again next week, same time, same place. Do not forget that you can catch us on DSTV channel 285 as well as GoTV channel 25. My name is Aina Raiza Kweo, and on that note, it's all my love and all my light.